Have you ever watched someone with less experience, less knowledge, and maybe even less performance get promoted ahead of you? I know that can be extremely frustrating, especially when you've worked very hard, you've stayed late, you've solved the problems, and you've become the person that everyone depends on. So you start asking yourself this question: what am I doing wrong? And here's what I've learned after more than 30 years in healthcare and many years in leadership: that sometimes you're not being overlooked because you're underperforming. You're actually being overlooked because you've become too valuable exactly where you are. Now that sounds backwards, doesn't it? But today in this video, I want to show you why being exceptional in your current role can actually delay your career growth. And more importantly, I want to show you what exactly you can do about it. So let's get started. Point number one is what I call the indispensable employee trap. One of the biggest compliments you can receive at work is this: "I don't know what we'd do without you." That statement actually feels good. But sometimes that's exactly the problem. If promoting you creates a major gap, leadership may unintentionally keep you exactly where you are. Not because they don't value you at all. It's really because they do value you. The goal isn't to become indispensable. The goal is to become promotable. You see, the best leaders build teams that can continue succeeding without them. Point number two: the next job actually requires different skills. Here's another misconception. Many people believe if I'm the best at this job, I'll automatically get the next one. But unfortunately, that's not really how leadership works. The next level often requires completely different skills. Maybe it requires strategic thinking, a different way of influencing people, a different way of developing others. Making decisions with incomplete information may be a different skill required. Doing today's job exceptionally well doesn't automatically prove you're ready for tomorrow's responsibilities. So start demonstrating next level thinking before you receive the next level title. Here's point number three. People see you the way they've always seen you. Organizations naturally create mental shortcuts. Hi, this is our operations expert, or she's our technical specialist. He's the person we call when something breaks. These labels are extremely powerful, but sometimes those labels are very limiting. If people only see you through yesterday's role, they'll struggle to imagine you in tomorrow's opportunity. Sometimes your career doesn't need better performance. Sometimes it needs a broader story. Here's point number four. Promotion conversations happen when you aren't in the room or when you're not there. Here's something many professionals don't even realize or get. Promotion decisions often begin long before the annual review. I know that leaders are talking. Leaders are planning. Leaders are considering future needs. And someone will ask the question in this conversation: who would be good for this? If your name never enters those conversations, your performance alone may never be enough. You see, visibility actually matters, and relationships matter. Your professional reputation matters as well. Here's point number five. Make your ambition visible. Many high performers routinely just stay quiet. They don't want to appear pushy, and I understand that. So they wait, and they wait, and then they wait again. Meanwhile, while leadership assumes they're perfectly happy and satisfied in the role that they're performing in. So don't just assume that people know your goals. You need to tell them, but tell them professionally. And then ask the question, what experiences do I need to prepare me for the next level? That's not arrogance at all. That's actually something called career ownership. Point number 6, make yourself easy to promote. Now, this may be the most counterintuitive lesson that you'll hear today. If nobody else can do your job, moving you becomes difficult. You see, the strong leaders prepare others and develop others. They document processes that other people can follow. They develop teammates and they share their knowledge. Because leadership isn't about becoming irreplaceable. It's about creating an environment where others can succeed after you have moved on. And that's what makes promotions actually easier. Here's point number 7. You need to start building your promotion story. Every day you're building a story about your career. I've said often that every day or every moment you're in a job interview. And the question is this, what story are you telling every day? Are you known only as the person who gets things done? Or are you becoming known as someone who develops people? Someone who actually thinks strategically, someone who builds relationships and prepares organizations for the future. Your promotion isn't built during your performance review. It's actually built through hundreds of conversations long before that opportunity actually appears. Hard work still matters. I don't want you to forget that, because hard work does still matter and it always will. But I'm just saying that hard work alone isn't always enough. Career growth actually requires visibility, and it requires strategic thinking, relationships, and leadership, and intentional career development. If this video has helped you, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Every week, I'm sharing practical leadership strategies, workplace insights, and career growth tools to help you become the leader you were created to be. And I always enjoy hearing from you. I want to know what's one thing you're doing exceptionally well today that might actually be keeping you from your next opportunity. Think about that. As we serve together, Dr. Jeff.